Yeah, good evening all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So did you get the link, SaaS software link in your student portal link?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So did have you started have you installed your SaaS software?
No, ma'am, could not download it till now. It is getting downloaded.
Okay, it takes 1 to 2 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Maximally it takes 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. So after
Yes.
completion of downloading, you need to change the date as 15th March 2015. Okay, go to the
15.
go to the
Okay, ma'am.
settings and change the date as 15th March 2015. Okay. So then after you can install, you need to extract the files. So right click and extract it. You'll be the yellow color structure like folder, SAS folder is going to be created. Then you can start the installation process. Okay. So whenever you are installing, we'll be getting the language. So you need to, so each and language you'll be having like Germany, France. Okay. So you will be having the tick mark for each and every language. So you need to unselect that one. Only the English language is going to select. Okay. So kindly complete the installation by Monday, guys. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So yesterday I have given the introduction part. Okay. So today we'll start. Already Manish posted in your website, guys. SaaS software 9.4 version. So kindly complete the installation process by Monday. Okay. So today we'll start. So I'm going to start. So generally the SaaS program. So what is the SaaS, guys? What do you mean by the SaaS?
It is statistical analysis system.
That is the analysis system or a software. Okay. So the main components of SaaS is nothing but there are two steps of SaaS. So one is data step and other is the rock step. So data step is nothing but it is mainly used for reading purpose. So proc step, it is mainly used for printing purpose. So already have given the information about this to SRE itself. So data step has actually three statements. The first statement is input statement, card statement, and run statement. Okay. So yesterday only, so what is the difference between these two steps, data step and a proc step? So only it is going to read the data. So whenever you use the data step keyword, data step process, so that time it is going to, you need to use you need to start with the keyword of data keyword. And each and every SAS statement shows in a blue color. Okay, I'll show the code how it works. So now whatever I'm editing, so that it is that is enclosed with the slash and asterisk. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll show one code to you. So data is the keyword. Okay. So this LRI data. So here I'm going to create the input A, B, C and card statement. If I execute this code, now tell me how many now we'll be getting the variables like three variables. So input here, what type of statements I have used? Input statement, card statement, and run statement. So CLRI is the data set. So generally variables and columns, variables and observations are nothing but, so generally, uh, if I create the table as like this, so name, age, like this. Okay, I have created as like this. So what do we call this? Whether it is a row or a column?
Column.
Columns, right? So for that columns in SAS, we are going to call as the variables. So name and age are the variables. So in input statement, how many variables I have created? Three variables. And card statement, what is the other name of cards? Data lines. Okay. So two observations are there. Okay. So now tell me cards. See, the cards are showing in which color? Yellow color. The cards are showing in a yellow
Yellow color.
color. Okay. So this is the data step. So when I execute this code, so in how many ways we can execute our SAS code? Yesterday only have given that information. So one is run one
These
symbol button, and other is right click and submit the selection. And second is you can use in the keyboard F3 button. Then the second step you need to check in a log. So how many type of observations and variables we have? Two observations and three variables. So open the work library and open the CLRI dataset. So if I open the CLRI dataset, see A, B, C. Okay. So in the A, B, C, you can see the two observations. Okay. So this is the data set, guys. Tabular output of the data set. Data set code. Data set. So for next step is what? Proc step. So proctoring data is equals. So use the CRRI data set. Alright. So if I execute this code, just a minute. If I execute this code, then it is going to then it is going to show as a printed order, printed format. Okay. So this is the printable format. Next one more code I create like test data set. So on the input statement, I'm going to create the A, B, C, D variable. Next is start statement. Now tell me how many variables with how many observations it is going to display, guys. Anyone?
Variables to observation.
Huh?
4 variables to observation.
4 variables with 2 observations. Okay. So the data set, you'll be getting a note here. The data row has 2 observations with 4 variables. So open the test data set. Okay. So for example, if I create the code as like this, data demo. Input statement, name variable, age variable, designation variable, marks, marks to status variable. Next part statement. Age is 28, 29, and the designation is programmer designation. Marks to variable is 29. Sorry, marks is 29 and marks to variable is 78. And the status I'm going to give the S. And the second observation, Lakshmi, age is 29. So programmer, developer. And the marks is 51. Marks 2 is 89. Okay. So now tell me how many variables with how many observations it is going to be.
6 variables and 2 observations.
Yes, Madhu. So here you can, so in the observations you can observe the character type and numeric type. So actually in multi-class we have only the 2 data types. One is character data type and other is the numeric data type. So if you are seeing the character related information, then you need to represent the dollar symbols. The name you need to represent as dollar symbol. For the designation you need to represent the dollar symbol. And for numeric not needed, dollar symbol. So if I execute this code, I'll be getting 6 variables with 2 observations. Two observations with 6 variables. So open the demo data set. Name, age, designation, marks, marks to status. Yeah. See, but the total length of the name, it is not displaying. See, length of the designation, it is not displaying. So that time what you need to do? You need to assign the length statement. Okay. So in upcoming classes, we are going to learn about the length statement as well. Okay. So for example, if I want to assign the dollar symbols, so then how it is going to display? So if I execute this code, check the log. So here you can see the invalid data. Note. See, for what type of variables it is going to display the invalid data?
Name, designation, and status.
Name, designation, and status variables. So it is going to display what? Invalid data. Generally, we will be having the options also. Options concept. Options in our sense. So what are the options? So options like system options. Statistic options. Box options. Statement options. Okay. So these are the options. So what is the system option? What is the purpose of using the system options? The system options are nothing but, so for example, when we install SaaS in our system, some options are also installed. So those options are called as inbuilt option or predefined options. So default options are called system options. So by defaultly, those system options will work only for the this type of window purpose. So here you can see the output window purpose, right? It is that it only works through the output window purpose content only. So compulsory, we have to use the step of proc step. Without using the proc step, we can't apply the codes. So compulsory, we use the proc step along with system options. So these system options, once we use in our SAS session, it will impact for the total remaining all the SAS data sets. Okay. For example, first option is called center or no center option. So what is the purpose of using the center or no center option means? So by default, our output in output windows displays in center only by default. So by using this option, if we use no center option, so we can display our right or left. Now I'll create the code. So the data exam is the data set name. So here I'm going to create the input statement. So what is the purpose of using the input statement means? By using the input statement, we can assign or declare the variables. Variables are nothing but columns. So here I'm going to create the variables as patient name, next patient ID, next age and sex, next card statement. In the card statement, we can take the, for example, I'm taking the observation of PT name, patient name as 888 and patient ID 201 and age is 23 and sex is I'm going to assign as male. It's BBB and here I'm going to assign the 202, age is 28 and female. So if we execute this code, patient name. Now tell me, oh, should I assign the dollar symbol for only the patient name or else any other variable?
To sex also.
Sex also.
Variable also I need to assign. So if I execute this code, we'll be getting the four variables with the two observations. See. So if you want to see the error, so miss the semicolon. Automatically, if you miss the semicolon, the color is going to be changed. See. If I execute this code, then it is going to throw an error. So is it showing the error information in the log? Yeah. So what type of error it is showing? Statement is not valid or it is the out of proper order. Okay. So if you want to check the exam data set, now we have executed now. That's why it is showing like that now. So next, for example, when it is going to show the center information, when you use the proc step. Now I have used the data step, then it is not going to show anything in the reading. So this is the reading order. Only by using the proc step method only, so proc print data equals to exam data set. So run it. If I execute this one, is it showing center? Yeah, it is showing in the center.
Yes.
So now I want to see this center information to the right or left. So that time I'm going to use the center option. So in very first of the statements, you need to use the center option. This is equal to options, no center. Now you can see now the center information, it is going to display how left side or right side. Okay. So in very first of the concept, you need to use the options or next. The next option is, for example, I want to, so here you can see like this. I want to get the breakage purpose. So that time I'm going to use the formatting option. So what is the purpose of using this formatting option? So for separating the page, dividing the page output pages or breakaging the output pages. So by default, our output window here. So by default, our output window shows only one page of output only. So I want to compare my prior output, for example. If I want to compare my prior output and current output in single page itself. So by using the form lim option, we can divide our output pages. Nothing but breakage purpose only. I'll take the same example. So here you can use the form lim option. So use the form lim option. Form lim option equals to I'm going to use any asterisks, any special characters in it. If I execute this code, it shows it is going to divide the pages, output page wise. That is the purpose of using the form lim option. So this form lim option also comes under through the system options.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, with formulae, why did we write this asterisk in the column in the under the commas?
Okay, why I have enclosed the
With why have
quotations?
you chosen asterisk?
Not only asterisk, you can use anything, slash or any special character.
Okay.
Okay, anything you can use. Okay, any type of special character you can use. So next is the missing option. So it is an interview related option, missing option. So what is the purpose of using this missing option means, for example, so just now how many the yesterday we have discussed and today also, how many types of data types we have in our SAS?
Two types,
Okay.
numeric and character.
So here in this concept, all character so all character missing values which represented as a null or blank space. So it's nothing but whenever you see the character related information, so that time it is going to represent that null or blank space. So all numeric values, numeric missing values. Here it is going to represent as dot or a period. So by using this option, we can replace our numeric missing values. For characters, we can't replace the character missing values by using this option. So you need to remember that by using this option, you can't replace character missing values. So I'll show you how this missing values works. Here I'm going to create the data step 4. So the data set name I'm going to create as metro data set. So in input statement, I'm going to create the name variable age variable. The next is card statement. So in the card statement, the age variable value will be the 24, for example. So in the second observation for the name variable, I'm going to miss, and the age is 27. So now tell me, what should I do? Should I modify anything in this?
Name needs dollar sign.
$, because it is the character. So if I execute this code, I'll be getting the two variables with three observations. So you can check in the log, see three observations with two variables. So checking now. So open the metro data set. So here you can see the tabular output. So name AAA, second observation. For name variable for second observation, it is blank. See. So what in the code, what we have assigned? Dot. Is it displaying here dot? No, because it is the character. So for age, we have mentioned the dot here. So for numeric variable, it is going to display the information as dot or a period. Okay. So for example, I want to use the option of missing option. Options missing equals to 0. So if I execute this code, same three observations with two variables, it is going to display. Open the open the metro data set. So here, what the information it is showing for numeric it works. For character, it won't works. Here the missing values are not works for the character. It works only for the numeric. So here for missing, what the option have assigned 0. So it works only for the character numeric, not for the character. So that's why the tabular output it is going to display us like this. For character, it is going to show as null or blank. So 0. The next very important option is the first OBS option. The first OBS option also comes under the system options, only first OBS and this missing option. Okay. Form limb option, center or no center option. All these options comes under through the system options only. So what is the purpose of using this first OBS option? So first OBS is by using the first OBS option, we can read the data from starting observation. OBS is nothing but specifies the starting observation. Starting observation number. So I'll show the code how the first OBS option works. Generally, I'll create the code as data test with input statement. In the input statement, I'll create only the unique variable of A. So the other name for the cards is data lines. Okay. So in the place of cards, you can mention even data lines as well. Okay. You can mention data lines as well. So here, I'm going to use the observations up to the 5 observations. 1 to 5 observations. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I execute this code, so now tell me how many variables with how many observations it is going to display, guys.
5 observations, 1 variable.
5 observations with 1 variable now. Okay. Okay, you can check in the log here. 5 observations with 1 variable. So open the test data set. We want to 5 observations with 1 variable. So now I want to, I want to use the first OBS option. So I'll copy this one and I'll post it here. And here you can use the options. First OBS is equal to, I'm going to use the 3. So if I mention the 3 in the first OBS option, then it is going to display the 3, 4, 5. So here I have mentioned 3 first OBS, first observation number. In the first observation number, I have assigned 3 value. So it is going to display from 3. So if I execute this code, so you can check in the log as like this. Same 3 observations with 1 variable it is going to display and open the test data set. So is it displaying from the third observation, guys? Yes, it is displaying. It's displaying, okay. So if I want in a displaying method, so what type of code should I use here? Anyone? See, in entirely SaaS, we have only the 2 components of, okay, nothing but only 2 steps. One is data step and other is the proc step. Okay. So tell me the code. See, the data is in front of you. So you can create the proc print now. Proc print the data. So in middle, if you are unable to understand, you can unmute and you can ask me the doubts. Okay. So don't skip your doubts. You need to ask in the session itself. Clear? So if I execute this one, so then it is going to display automatically, not exam. So here you need to mention the test data set. So if I execute this one, then it is going to display how? Automatically it shows in a printing method. This is the printing method. So generally how many observations it is going to display? 3. Variable is 5 variables. So here you can check it. 1 variable with only the 5th observation it is going to display and 3rd observation. So next option is called as the OBS option. So OBS is nothing but it specifies the last observation number. Last observation number. Here I'll be using the OBS. So in the place of 3, I'm going to use the So, 3 only. I'll use the 3 only. If I execute this code, check the logs. Only you'll get the one observation with one variable. What is that one observation with one variable, guys?
Value 3 or third observation.
Okay, only value 3 it is going to display.
So, ma'am, was it value 3 or it was third observation? Third observation.
Value, I mean third observation,
Okay.
not value 3. Third observation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So that is these are the options related to the system option. So next option is the replace option. So replace option, this option work only for the permanent data sets. Okay. Temporary data set, not for the temporary data set. So when we use replace is no, we can't able to replace it our existing data set. Okay. So generally, I'll show how to create the permanent library creation. How to create the permanent library creation. So I'll share the syntax. That is, syntax is nothing but it is a tested algorithm. Okay. So libname is nothing but it is one of the open statement. How we are using the input statements, card statements. So libname is one of the open statement and libref is the library reference of the library, then path. So path of folder name, path or folder name. You can either call as path or folder name. So this is the general syntax for tested algorithm. Okay. So now I'll show you how to create the permanent library. So here you can see the tools option, right? So in the tools option, you can see the new library option. So here you need to create any names. I'll create the Meha. Meha with the engine, same default engine. And you need to compulsory enable its startup and browse it. Whether you want to share through the desktop, okay. You can share through the desktop, okay. Okay. So now you can see the whether the Meha is created or not. See, the Meha is created here. See, okay. Means if you close this SaaS environment or SaaS application also, again, if you open the application, then it is going to display. So it's permanent library creation. Okay. So do you have any doubts, guys, here?
Ma'am, please show it once again.
No, I'll show you. See, go to the tools or right click. You'll be getting the new option. Okay. So here you can enter any name. So I'll enter the name as Lakshmi. Okay. Next, I'll enable its startup and I'll browse it. Now, I want to store in the PC. Please see of the documents. So then okay it. Okay it. So now check the name of what name have saved? Demo, na? Not demo.
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi, ma'am. Lakshmi.
Yeah, see here you can see the Lakshmi. So this is the way of creating the permanent libraries, guys. Okay. So generally the libraries are of creation now is of two types. Index method and other is wizard method. So these are the two methods. So what is the wizard method means? So in wizard method, you need to go to the toolbars. In toolbar, we'll be having the select option. Select option, library. Okay. Then what is the syntax method then? So I'll show you even how the syntax method works. Now I'll show you the code for the syntax method. So use the libname statement, open statement. Libname is the open statement, and the library reference. So now what will do? I'll share the screen now. So here I'm going to create the file. So here you can go to the new option, and here you can type metro information. So open this one. So copy this part. So use the control C and go to the SAS software. So here you can use what is the name we have created. Metro. Metro is the library reference. So by using this, I'm going to be creating the code now. So here you can paste the code. So Control V is the shortcut key for pasting. Okay. Now I'll execute this code. So if I execute this code, you need to check in the log whether it is successfully created or not. So check the log. So library reference of Metro was successfully assigned as follows. Okay. So it is successfully created. If it is successfully created, then it is going to display in this. So is the Metro dataset is Metro library is created? Yes, it is created. So means if you what is the difference between permanent and temporary library creation? So if you close the SAS application, then it is not going to display this information. Okay. Only the permanent library creation is going to be displayed. We have created the permanent library, right? It's nothing but wizard method. So now this is the syntax method. This is the creation of syntax method. And very first, I have shown you the wizard method. Yes, do you have any doubts here, guys? Anyone?
Ma'am, can you please show syntax method once again?
Okay, you want to see the syntax method again. So right click it, go to the new and folder. So here you can create any name. I'll create the books, enter it, and copy the path. Control C. And go to the SAS environment. Now here I'm going to create the libname statement. In the libname statement, I'm going to reference of the library, books dataset I'm going to create. So here you need to open and enclose the quotations and give the control V. So there in outside of the SAS environment, you have copied the code, right? So now execute this code. So check the logs. What is the information it is showing? Yes, library reference of the books was successfully assigned. It's nothing but successfully it is created. Okay. So this is the syntax method,
Yeah,
guys. The permanent library, nothing but wizard method. Go to the tools option, go to the new library option. So this is the first method. Another method is in Explorer window, you need to right click and go to the new option. So here you can find the permanent library creation. So you can create a permanent library. Okay. Let's clear. Madhu, Gokul, Yogeshwari.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes.
Next, Mohana, Sanchit, Shravanti.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm, okay. So kindly complete the installation, downloading and installation by Monday. Okay. So kindly start practicing.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in option center and no center,
Hmm.
in that no center, it is in left side. For right side, what we do, ma'am?
Both you'll be getting only the one option. In some of the systems, you see, when I'm typing, it is going to show me as the left side. Okay. In some of the systems, it is going to be show as right side. It is for both right or left side. Okay.
Ma'am, it is in our systems, it is fixed in left side, but I want in right side. That time,
Uh, Same that option only you need to use. Whether it shows in left or right. So generally, it is going to display in the SAS Studio. Okay. It works in the SAS Studio.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. So what you do? So you got the links right, guys? SAS software links.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So go through that instructions. And after downloading, kindly change the date, guys, as 15th March 2015. Okay. So after completion of the installation of everything, then you need to select only the unique language, that is the English language. You'll be not you can't see that tick mark for the English language. Okay. So you need to unclear that one and no, that
Ma'am, where do we have to change the date, ma'am? Can you tell us once, like a picture, if you can show, where do we have
see guidelines will be there. Okay. So guidelines are provided there. You can follow that guidelines. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Guidelines.pdf you'll be having
Okay, ma'am.
guidelines.pdf. So if you are getting any issues, you can get back to me on Monday. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then I'll share these notes in the LMS. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Have a
Okay,
nice
ma'am.
day, everyone. Good night. Yes, Madhu, do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Hmm.